develop a mindset that aligns with the person who you truly want to become, that aligns with the way that you truly want to live. Because if we want to attract the next level of living into our lives, we have to operate, we have to think, we have to feel, and we have to behave as if we already have that which we want to lived the way we already want to live. We have to think from the end. We have to think from the goal. If you want to earn $1 million, what would a millionaire think like? What would a millionaire feel? How would he feel? What would their attitude be like? These kind of people generally have a positive mental attitude. So that is how we also have to operate. But how do you do that? First of all, let me introduce you. My name is Anton Bennink, and this is the Freedom Lifestyle Show. And on this show, I share everything that I come across in my daily life that might be of benefit to others. So hereby, how do you do that? How do you live from the end so that you are able to create that life that you in the past barely dared to dream about? First, you do it on purpose. If you're serious about creating the life that you want, taking these steps will help you move forward. First of all, you have to imagine. You have to build the image of something that truly inspires you. You have to build the image in your mind of that what it is that you want. And then see yourself as already having it. Then you have to decide. You have to write out what it is that you want. So many people, they think they've got a goal, but they don't even have the goal written out on paper. Let me be honest here. If you don't have your goal written out, you don't really have a goal. Wow. Because the moment that it's somewhere written out, either on a computer, on a piece of paper, it's something tangible. It's something real that you're working towards. So you have to decide. And the fascinating thing is, when we speak about decisions, so many people make decisions based upon their circumstances. They look what are my resources, what are my circumstances, and based upon that they make a decision. Wrong way around. If you make your decisions based upon your current circumstances, you're never going to be able to move forward. We have to make decisions based upon, do I want it? The only prerequisite to making a decision is, do I want it? Circumstances are allowed to create a detour for going after what it is that we want, but they are not allowed to stop us from going after what we want. So make your decisions only based upon, do I want it? Then we've got to visualize. We've got to create a picture in our mind of our heart's desire. And this picture we've got to keep on the screen of our mind as much and as often as possible. This is where repetition comes in. We have to impress the idea of what it is that we want upon our conscious mind as often as possible. Because through this spaced repetition of having the idea of what it is that we want on the screen of our conscious mind, it is going to be transferred to our subconscious mind. And once our subconscious mind has it, it's done. It is going to start to move into action. Goal achieving is a lawful process. Goal setting is an intellectual exercise. We've got to think about what is it that we really want. And our true wants, they come from within. Desire of the Father to give birth to. True wants come from within. And then when we keep that want that comes from within on the screen of our mind and give it over to our subconscious mind through the power of auto-suggestion, spaced repetition, it is going to move into form by lawful process. There are universal laws that we operate by, that everything in this universe operates by. Universal laws like the law of attraction, the law of vibration, the law of cause and effect, of which Ralph Waldo Emerson said is the law of laws. And when we live and work in alignment with these laws, by using these different steps, we attract what we want. We use the creative process to attract that which we want into our lives by law. And when we do this based upon the lawful process, it happens easily and effortlessly. Isn't that a beautiful way of achieving goals? Easily and effortlessly. Then we move on. We've got to study. The creative process evolves from understanding. And there's only one way to reach understanding, and that's through study. So we have to get ourselves in the habit of studying every single day. An hour of study a day is 9 weeks, 9 full work weeks of study every year. So with an hour of study a day, over the course of 10 years, we've got 90 full weeks of study. So we raise our understanding, we raise our conscious awareness. And when we raise our awareness, the quality of our life grows. The quality of everything around us grows. Because we understand the way that things work. And when we understand the way that things work, we are not in a state of worry and doubt anymore. We reach a state of understanding. And from understanding, on a subconscious level, on the emotional level, we reach a state of faith. Of knowing, inner knowing, that whatever it is that we're going after will happen by law, because we operate on a lawful process. Then we can study and study and study and study. But in the end, the law of cause and effect won't start to be of benefit in our lives until we take action. Action, reaction. The law of cause and effect states that for every cause there is an effect, and every effect has its cause. So we get a train of causation. When we do something, that's the cause of the effect of something else. And that effect will be the cause to another effect. And so you get a train of causation. And you can use that for it to move in a positive direction. And if you don't understand it and you don't use it consciously, it might happen in a good direction, but the chances are greater that it happens in the negative direction, because you don't know how to steer it if you're not aware of it. And when you're aware of it, you can steer it in such a way that you start to achieve your goals easily and effortlessly. Last but not least, as Carl Menninger said, our environment is more important than our heredity. So where we come from is less important of what we are surrounded by today. We are not able to change our past. That is the way that it is. And our past have shaped us the way that we are today. Unable to change that. But what we can do is change our environment in the now, so that our future will be better than our past. And that is where our environment comes in. Where Jim Rohn puts it in a way, we've got 3 different types of associations. We've got limited associations, we've got disassociations, and we've got expanded associations. Because the people that we surround ourselves with are the strongest influence in our life. The people we surround ourselves with the end will determine the way that we operate in our lives. We become the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with, Jim Rohn said. So when you know that, what is it that you must do about your relationships? Limit certain relationships. If you think this specific relationship or the other is not as good for me or doesn't help me move forward, then, as Bob Proctor would say, don't go as often and don't stay as long. So limit the association. If you come across somebody that you associate with and you just know that it has a horrible effect on your results, a very negative person, perhaps you have to be radical. Perhaps you have to disassociate fully from that relationship. And last but not least, expanded associations. Do you want to become healthier? Hang around healthier people. Do you want to become richer? Hang around richer people. That's the way it works. So, based upon your goal, think about what kind of people do you need to associate yourself with. And that is environment. And so we have to imagine what it is that we really want. We have to decide, make a committed decision that we'll go for it, no matter the circumstances. Circumstances are allowed to create a detour, but not allowed to resist us from moving forward. We have to visualize it on the screen of our mind. We have to repeat that visualization. We have to study. We have to act. And we have to take our environment into account. That is how we develop a mindset that aligns with the life we truly want to live. Thank you very much for listening today. If you're interested in some help in creating that needed mindset and following the steps that you need to follow to be able to start to understand how goal achieving is a lawful process and how you can use that to your benefit, then apply to a free strategy goal. You can do that through the link in the description below, or you can simply go to www.tir-coaching.com. For now, my friends, I would love to wish you a wonderful day, and don't forget, live with love and live with passion. Namaste.